4-1. We've sighted a second Overlord touching down. We have heavy casualties, enemy units still moving in on the palace. Please advise.
Hold your position, 4-1. We're mobilizing palace defenses, but we need time to evacuate the royal family.
Roger, Command. We'll do our best. Who the hell are they?
Alert! The palace is under attack. All units, man your stations. MechWarrior, who are cleared to mobilize and engage at them. Gunnery crews, who are authorized to fire at incoming hostiles. Area, back palace personnel to Valley Point Echo immediately.
We've got at least 4 lances up the wall. Support units. Looks mostly like LRM launches.
Sigma Lead, this is Sigma 2. Any idea what we're up against?
Well-equipped strike forces. Probably the 5th Donegal.
That's my old unit. Why would our own forces attack us?
It was inevitable. Everything has changed. Sigma Lance, form up on my lead. Central Guard is Sigma Lance leader. We're moving out.
We have the royal family aboard. We can't lift off until those SAM launchers are taken out.
Incoming LRMs, get clear. Look out! Get out of the hangar!
Get a track of those damn launchers.
I got track!
Take them out!
Impact!
Nice shot, Sig 2. All right, on my mark. We break off and head for the central courtyard.
We'll go back and try to regroup.
Incoming!
Activate AMS!
Sir! I got missiles coming in and operations right now! Oh my...
Sig 2, this is Lance leader. Do you read? Karis, can you hear me? Central Guard is Sigma leader. What's your status? Command, this is Sigma leader. I've lost contact with Central Guard. Any receiving unit. I have contact with main enemy force inside Central Courtyard. I'll delay them here as long as I can.
Damn, that's a cool opening. Yeah, I've always loved that cutscene. Really kind of set the stage. And now I realise I've actually going to have to create myself a new character because this one... Okay, so let's hit the campaign. I'm going to let the cutscenes play out because I haven't played this so long. It's nice to actually have a look through them again.
My son, I wish these did not have to be my final words to you. I must try to make up for years and only a few minutes while this message can still be sent. I've often regretted the words that I spoke when I sent you away. I don't want them to be the last that you hear from me. I was acting as a duke, not a father. I feared you'd bring dishonor to the family name. I was wrong. You may have thought yourself forgotten, but you've never been far from my thoughts. I've followed your deeds in the clan wars. You have done nothing but bring honor to your name and made me proud to be your father. If you could find it within yourself to forgive me, I'd hope to ask you to return home. Now there's no time, because I stood against Katrina Steiner when she betrayed her promises and seized control of the Commonwealth. Our world is to be made an example to the dukes who stood with me in resisting her. They're seizing Cantares. They've sent a strike force. It's only a matter of time before they breach the castle defenses. Your brothers, your sister. By the time you get this, I'm sure that we'll all be dead. Stay away from Cantares, Ian. Your Uncle Peter commands in the 4th Davian Guard off the planet. As long as he takes no action against her, Katrina won't risk moving against him. Go to him, live on, and bear our name proudly. My son, I have always loved you, and I am very, very proud of the man that you have become. Goodbye.
Did you find the bodies? Do we know for certain they're all dead?
Steiner executed everyone at the castle who survived the initial attack. We don't know where they're buried. We don't believe anyone escaped. I know what you must be feeling, Ian. But your father's wishes were always for honor and justice, never for revenge.
Justice? My family's been killed, Peter. All but you. Whoever killed them deserves to be dead too.
But we've more important tasks first. We have to break Steiner's grip on Cantares 4, then remove your cousin William from the throne and restore legal rule.
William.
He's only a puppet, Ian. Steiner controls your homeworld. Our forces are small, but if we show the people they can fight back, I know they'll join with us and free Cantares. So, if you're your father's son, you'll get suited up. Our first strike must be now, before they discover we're here.
Hey Ian, it's the first mission. I'm going to do a little bit of fiddling with that. I can't remember what you start with. Oh, you start with nothing. Okay, so I'm not going to do any fiddling with my mech, apart from weapon groups, because this game never has any clue what to do with those. I have to get rid of the machine guns though, because those aren't actually particularly useful. Let's get rid of them. And let's make me a little more heat efficient. At speed, what am I doing? Yeah, let's crank that up a little bit. And the armor's already pretty full. Yeah, let's give me AMS. Might as well. And I've got 0.4 of a ton just hanging around now. Okay, now let's group these properly. What I've done is... hang on, what have we got here? Pulse and right arm. You've got torsos. It does actually tell you here, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, right arm. Left arm is group 2. Coordinates I've put to group 3. And because they happen to be in the right side as well, let's stick those on there as well. Because the way I'm playing this is I have two joysticks for this. So I've got the triggers bound usually for the right and left arm, and then I have a separate ordnance fire button on each of these joysticks. So at the moment that's going to do for groupings. I'm going to change the camouflage because I like this particular one. I don't bother giving them names because unless you end up with large amounts of the same mech, there's no real point. Okay, anything I need to remember to do? No, that's probably fine. Do I get any cutscenes for this one? No, I don't. Not until I drop in, I suppose. day or night doesn't seem to really matter on the moon. Usually it would, running at night makes you a lot cooler, but harder to see things. But I think on the moon they're usually pretty cool up here. And again, you never really start with any heavy equipment on the moon, so I will immediately apologise for any of my punishing skills in this. I haven't done this for a very long time, and I'm using a new control scheme to one I didn't use before. Before I had like a throttle and joystick, now I've got 2 joysticks and pedals. So it's part car, part giant robot I'm controlling this like. But it should be fairly interesting. Did slightly go over the intro.
We better take them out first. It may take heavier weapons to bring them down. Let's move out.
Okay, let's go. Just testing its pedals, its reverse pedal. Annoyingly, with the throttle centering, that's me not touching either the pedals, and it's 20 kilometers per hour, so I actually have to hold one of the pedals down to stop me, which is a bit of a pain. But, oh well. Ooh, actually, fuck me. Oh, I've got AMS. That's a bit more painful than I expected. What was I going to do? Oh yes. Set these to B. Oh, this is me forgetting how to drive. I'm just running straight in here. LRM turrets, I'll probably...
Ouch. Looks like pulse lasers. Not much punch, but there's enough of them to do some damage.
Okay. I haven't changed my controls, this is why everything's different. That was something I had to remember to do, wasn't it? Slightly worried about doing that, because the way I've got this running, it's very not happy switching between 3D and menus. That APC took a lot of hits. I suppose it's armoured personnel character for character. What am I talking about? Armoured personnel carrier for a reason. Okay, what have we got? Oh, what the hell?
Target destroyed.
I am bad. I wonder how long it's going to take me to learn this again. Oh shit, there's another one of these. I have no idea what the default control is that allows me to fire my missiles now. Ow.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay. Once I've got all the vehicles, I'm going to pause and fuck another one of those things.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, a little bit sensitive. That's me skimming down a house. Or to annoy someone.
Target destroyed.
Let's go hunt these vehicles down before they get away. I'm sure my lance mates will be able to keep themselves busy. Nope. And a little swift wind.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to pause quickly and see if this will completely kill the game. Trying to go into options menu from this screen. It really is not happy about it. Okay, it's a little bit happier. It hasn't panicked. Okay, what was I going to do? Okay, fire group 1. Oh, fuck. Fire group 1. Fire group 2 for the other trigger. It's not accepting that. Oh, that's oh, it is. Okay, that's button 3. That's why it's not accepting it. Back for missiles and fire group 4. There we go. I'm not sure why it doesn't interpret any of your joystick input unless you're actually in game, because that just hasn't loaded anything up there. Okay. Here we go. It's a wonderful sunny day outside, which is probably nice for anyone who likes going outside, but for me it just overheats me horribly. So this is feeling very much like an actual BattleTech simulator, with all the heat issues that comes with.
We have to get those comm towers down.
you know what, let's use this as an opportunity to do my circle strafing.
That's one.
Pretty impressive that a mech this size can take these out so quickly. Oh shit, that's the limited mine. Let's try and get away from that big lump in the middle. Shit. I fucked that up a little bit. Luckily the first missions are easy, so it can get me back into the swing of things. Hey, there we go. Oh, sorry, Central Chat. Wait, what the hell? I was picking up an enemy unit on the radar there.
Let's get back to base. Control, this is Omega Lead. Mission accomplished.
Roger, Omega Lead. Return to base heading 175. Omega support, mobilize salvage units and sweep operational area. Window 2 hours, 20 minutes.
Beautiful run. Nothing wakes me up like a little Steiner stomping party.
And I walk around for ages. Oh no, there we go. And I have unlocked some stuff. That's good. I can actually fiddle around with my loadout. I mean, it's not great things, but better than nothing.
Alright, we've bloodied their noses, even if they won't know it right away. With communications cut, we'll be able to move in secrecy for a while. From here on, I want you to take a command role with the team. They need to start seeing you as their leader. So I'd like you to determine our next mission and get us set up. I've uploaded our TAC officer's operational overview. It's simple enough. Steiner only left a few dropships behind, and all but one are hangared here on the moon, where it's safe. Before we hit Dirtside, we'll need to destroy the dropships to cripple the mobility of Steiner's defensive forces. We also have to raid additional supplies from some of the remaining lunar facilities. They're undefended. The only threat to those raids are Steiner mobile artillery units. They'll have to be neutralized before we can start our raiding operations.
All right.
I've asked Carl Sontag, our technical officer, to configure mechs for the missions. Now, Carl's a good man, and one hell of an engineer. Your father used to say, give Carl 100 tons of steel wool, and he'll knit you an Atlas overnight. Change the loadouts if you want to, but I doubt you'll improve on his choices. We're all waiting for your orders, Ian. I know you're up to the challenge.
Carl Sontag does actually fiddle with
Good
your
news.
loadouts, which is nice,
Tactical
because
just
it'd
informed
be
me
very
that the
irritating
techs
for me
pulled
when I
Steiner
create my own.
encryption codes out of the mess we left behind at the comm facility. We'll be able to intercept enemy communications. Some of them, anyway. We should also be able to locate other pockets of resistance. We should start getting some useful information in the next few hours. I'll keep you updated.
Hello, Carl. It's been a long time.
I didn't know if you'd remember me. I served your father for a long time, but the last time I saw you, you were a boy. Duke Eric was a fine man and a great leader. We will miss him. I will miss him. He would have wanted better for you, but I'll give you the best I can. I've modified our mechs by stripping out some of the heat sinks. The heat dissipation in this environment is so efficient, they'd just be a waste. You won't need much speed for these missions, so I've added extra armor, just in case.
I'm not sure why you get extra heat efficiency
Not
on a
much
moon,
weaponry
somewhere with a
just
low
yet,
atmosphere and
but that
therefore
will change
very
soon
little
enough.
heat conduction through the air.
Bring
but
in any good weapons or
whatever.
material as salvage, and I will keep you ready to fight. I kept your father's mechs in shape for him. I'll do the same for you, young Dressari.
Cool. Anyway, that said, I'm going to go and stumble over any of the loadouts he's created. Let's have a bit of range there. Never liked small lasers. Let's have something a little more long range. I won't need to give it any more ammo because plenty of that. What else can I add to it? Now it's making it a little less heat efficient, but it should be fine. Still got just 90 tons hanging around. Who doesn't mind losing a little armor? Actually, no, I've got something in that center tool, haven't I? I got them both. Fuck it. Probably best not to stick another weapon on. It's toasty. Let's do that. Should be good. Oh wait, groups. Weapon groups. Very important. Large laser, still on the left arm, right torso. Yeah, that'll do. Let's do some scud attacks. Travel down here and blow up the scuds is basically the mission objective. That will be explained again here.
This is Omega Control. Omega Support, standby position. Omega Launch, the mobile launchers you need to neutralize should be somewhere in the ravine. You may encounter them at any point along your sweep pattern, so maintain active radar and move to nav point Alpha. Sweep and destroy any units you encounter in the ravine.
Roger, Control. Moving to nav point Alpha.
Roger, Control. Radar active. Display set to maximum range. We'll run the pattern and ice anything we find.
Good luck.
Thanks, Major.
Sweet. Let's do some shooting.
Sorry. Let's do it.
Roger that, Omega 2.
It's Gonzalez, sir.
Roger that. Gonzalez.
Wouldn't thought you were supposed to be using names over radio, but whatever.
Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All functioning systems nominal.
Sir, I've got a visual on a mech. Must be an escort. Let's take him out.
Osiris escorting. Oh, good shot there. You missed completely. Huh? Okay, I can't zoom in for some reason. Not sure what's happened to my controls. Fuck. Ah, my shooting's terrible. Fuck. I apologise. It's mostly going center to the side. Oh, he's down. Like it's like mechs I'm fighting, because otherwise I'd get pretty screwed up. Ooh, that was a good explosion. Oh shit. Some fairly heavy vehicles here. Well, that's not going to have any weapons, it should be fine.
Nav point Alpha reached. Target destroyed.
Yeah, that one's dead.
Target destroyed.
Okay, moving on to next objective. Pretty sure both the convoys are pretty much the same. No reason to jump over that. That did actually slow me down quite a lot. It's just fun.
I've got a contact ahead, sir.
Once again, we've got scud launchers, we've got the ammo. Oh, I have no mech escort yet. Are you sure it has one?
Nav point Beta reached.
The Osiris has ECM, does it? Oh well, we'll see. Oh no, there he is. Things have got split up. The AI has got confused. Let's take this stuff up quickly and then engage with that.
Now it gets interesting.
Enemy detected. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Oh shit, what the fuck? He does have ECM. Okay. All circling the same way, which makes you fairly easy to hit. And again, the AI in this seem to be able to just hit you whatever happens. Oh, my guy snapped quickly.
I think we got them all. Control, this is Omega 1. We've run the pattern. All units neutralized.
Roger, Omega 1. Good work. Return to base. Omega support begins salvage operations. See if there's any ammo to recover. Carl can use anything we can possibly repair. Window, 3 hours.
I hate to say there were a lot of explosions there. I don't think you'll recover much from that.
Starting salvage operations.
That's another thing. Oh, for some reason in MechWarrior 4, any mech you take out detonates with a reactor explosion.
Roger, Control. Moving out.
So, technically there'll be nothing to salvage at that point. But it seems to act as if that wasn't the case.
I'm happy with any mission
I think possibly they were thinking of having a proper salvage mechanic, so less damage mechs would be easier salvage, but they never seem to actually put that in. You just get mechs, even if you complete the mission without destroying them. On easier levels you get mechs which don't even exist on the map, which is a bit weird.
Yes? It's Jules Gonzalez. Good work out there. Keep it up. I talked with Colonel Sharp. He said you were blooded against the clans. Guess that means you've seen heavy action.
I saw my share.
That's good. Because what we've run up against so far is minor compared to what we'll find down in Cantares. And that's straight from the Colonel. I just didn't want you to thinking it was always going to be this easy.
I figured.
Maybe we'll live through this.
Young Dressari, just so you know, I have adapted the gear you brought in as salvage for use with our mechs.
Good work.
It's nice equipment. Steiner shops well. Once we get planetside, there will be more. And more need of it.
Hey, Ian.
Oh
Hey.
god, not him.
I was surfing the airwaves and thought you might enjoy this. Sounds like some kindred spirits down on Cantares.
The oppression of the illegal Steiner occupation force does not go unchecked. Across our planet, small patriots are struggling to overthrow the Steiner tyrants and their puppet billion. Do not be fooled by Steiner's propaganda. Their claims that yesterday's communications interruption was the result of an inconvenient mechanical failure are lies. Military and defense networks were neutralized by one of the many resistance rising in Steiner. Take heart, loyal citizens. Enemy invaders on our soil are not as powerful as they would have us believe.
Yep, so there are resistance movements on the surface as well. And we will bump into them eventually. No, I don't want to use the Osiris, but I will strip all its weapons down, because why the fuck not? It's a fast little mech, but the Shadowcat's fast enough and better armed and armoured, so steal all its weapons and put them on something else. Not that I want any of them. That was too heavy, really. I think I'm going to stick with this loadout for now. Preferably I want some more range, but I mean, if you can put an LRM-10 and that's a bit heavier than what I want. Let's go hunting. Yep.
Control, this is Omega Lead. We're in position and moving towards the targets.
Roger, Omega Lead. Omega forward. Move out and see what intel you can get on the dropship positions.
Affirmative, Control. We'll move in on the dropships and report back.
Roger, forward 1. Okay, Ian, we've given Steiner a bloody nose. Time for some broken bones. The 3 dropships we need to destroy are at nav points Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Taking them out is the key to our entire operation. Ignore the gantries and go for the 3 APUs at the base of each dropship first. It will slow down their startup procedure so we can destroy them before they get their weapons online. Once we disable their APUs, we'll go for the engines, which are their true Achilles heel. Heading for nav point Alpha. Luck.
Sensors.
Yep, so the APUs power the dropships. If you take those out, then the dropships' weapons won't come online. They also explode quite wonderfully to take out the dropships, so taking them out is advisable in that case anyway. I prefer to engage these from range, but I don't really have the weapons for that at the moment, so...
Take out the APUs as soon as
Oh, yeah, I forgot this is not that long range.
it'll bring its main
I'm not in range yet. Oh shit. Weapon platforms. Okay, that one's one down. There's 3 APUs per platform, so... Okay, let's get this dropship down. And just circle fairly quickly because there are other things around. Okay. Now circle around and engage the dropship. And the only thing is, there seems to be severe collision on the destroyed objects. As you can see, my crosshair goes green when I'm just near some things. Oh shit. I think I'm walking to a friend of mine. Let's go for dropships. Something else going to deal with the Osiris. Oh, it's not going to let me do that either. It's rude. I can't remember how long it takes them to get airborne, but... seem to be able to outrun the Osiris, so it's all okay. Oh, that was a fucking dropship, whoops. One left.
Nav point Beta reached.
Okay, now it's just a dropship. I'm not actually trying to speedrun this, I just remember these objectives. And the Osiris is a little busy with Jules, who's helping me on this mission. Oops. Yeah, I'm blowing up your dropship, stop complaining. This will all be over soon. Shit. That was pretty quick.
Control, this is Omega Lead. Mission accomplished.
Roger, Omega. Congratulations. All units, mission accomplished. Omega, return to base.
I can't remember how long it took them to actually try and take off, because I thought I'd do that quickly. Probably should have engaged with mechs to practice, but...
Stand by for security patrols on arrival salvage. Control out.
With those dropships destroyed, Steiner won't be able to effectively counter our attacks on Centaurus. This was a tough mission, Ian. It was an honor to fight by your side.
Quite frankly, didn't feel that tough. Alright, here's Sir Peter fighting with me. Whoops.
Yeah. Nice moves out there today, Ian. I guess Steiner forces will be doing a lot of walking now, right? Anyway, welcome to the team. Since we're going to be fighting together, there's something that I have to tell you. I can juggle. Once you're a Duke, will you be accepting auditions for Court Jester?
I'll keep you in mind, Casey.
I do look good in one of those funny hat things. Think it over.
Ian,
as at one point in the Black Knight campaign expansion to this, you get to shoot Casey Nolan to death.
This is the face of our enemy.
Gotta say that's a fun mission. That guy's really annoying.
The planetary governor appointed by Archon Catherine. We intercepted this message about an hour ago.
I've already assembled the techs, but I will not send up this dropship without a military presence. I don't think it's a technical problem we're facing.
Don't think, Major. Just do it.
Next is Major Vanda Castro, Roland's adjutant. We don't know much about her yet. Castro was apparently appointed to Roland's staff only a few months ago. I can tell you this, she's dangerous.
I've seen the reports. Organized resistance has steadily increased since our occupation, not diminished. We have to consider the possibility that communications were cut off in preparation for additional strikes.
You can't seriously believe that our resources on the moon are in any danger. Scattered thefts and minor acts of sabotage are hardly organized resistance.
Just call one of your attack dogs and have a lance released to my authority.
Very well. I'll pass your request down to Burke and Culin. Perhaps one of them is in a charitable mood.
Interesting transmission. Apparently Roland and Castro are not working together very well. We may be able to exploit that. The intercept also gives us a new deadline. Steiner has an additional dropship somewhere. If Castro gets troops, she can have them here in a matter of hours. We need to secure our supplies and move the operation to Kantari's 4 ahead of schedule.
So, what's the plan?
Well, I'll take Gonzalez and lift off in dropship 1 and see if I can slow down Castro. I'm giving you Casey and Jen MechWarrior, who's one of our best. You take the supplies in dropship 2 and establish a beachhead in the Arctic. Elise Rathburn, my tactical officer, will go with you. She's the brains behind this operation, Ian, so rely on her for your operational planning. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. You've proven yourself an able mech pilot and gunner with a solid grasp of tactics. Now you get a chance to test
Not
your
sure what
resolve.
tactics I get to actually
I've
use
ordered
in
support
those
personnel to
previous
begin
missions.
loading up our ship as quickly as possible
I
and
had no one
prep
to
for
command.
liftoff. However, it will take some time before we're ready to get underway. If Castro is able to get a drop ship and troops, she'll have located us already. So far, scans are negative, but she may have set down some distance away. We should be prepared to repel an inbound enemy lance at any time. If you can handle defending the ship until we power up, I'll see to the final preparations for departure. Rathburn out.
That's my last transmission. Okay, let's have a look at Mech Lab, see what else I've got. Ooh, a Hellspawn. Not a bad little mech, actually. I'm going to keep it armed because I have a feeling I'm going to need to use it for someone else down on the planet when we next drop in. So let's give him that. ECM isn't really useful in this, mainly because the AI won't detect you because you've got it, but as soon as they detect you, they know where you are. So you can't shoot and scoot. If you shoot, they'll know where you are and they'll just come after you. Which is a bit of a pity. It'd be nice if you actually do hit and run tactics, but there you go. Let's give him that for now. I was actually wanting to look at my Shadow Cat. Yes, let's save that. I'm not going to be driving it, so that's fine. We pick up anything good? Oh, I've got another allowing 5. They are actually fairly heavy because they're not the clan ones. I mean, I could have my right arm for a couple of pulse lasers, then have a couple more LRMs for a bit more punch. No, I think I'm going to leave it for now, actually. MRMs. Those back quite a punch. No, okay, let's leave them for now. Got a fairly balanced loadout. Actually, no, there's quite a lot of close range fighting in this. LRMs aren't going to be particularly useful. Do we have any? We've got the streaks and the MRMs, but I'll have to drop. Yeah, let's put those back on for this fight. Oh, I've only got 3 tons. Okay, I don't actually have much ammo for that. I can probably take a heatsink, but otherwise this thing will run out of so much ammo. Right arm, left arm. Yep, cool. Cool, hip and groovy, let's go. I've got to keep the enemies from destroying, basically the opposite of the mission I did last time. Defend the APUs and take out any attacking forces.
We've got him on radar control.
Not sure there's a little ammo truck driving around with the APUs, but there you go. Fortunately my dropships are not powered, so their guns don't provide any support. Okay, let's roll.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons
Still not sure why I'm not getting my zoom. I'm pressing the zoom button, but nothing's happening.
Enemy detected.
There goes the colonel's ship. Well, I hope they intercept that Steiner dropship.
Oh shit, I forgot there's something out here, isn't there? Where are you? There we go. Little bulldog trying to snipe my stuff.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, does this one work?
Radar off. Passive sensors.
Yeah, okay, that button
engaged.
works.
Active
A few
radar
things need to be
engaged.
rebound, apparently. I'm using pad start for a moment to assign various different commands to my stuff. Oh shit, let bulldog get close. And fail to shoot it.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, there we go. Fuck, that missed.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Okay. Now, just mechs. I think that's all the things which come in and snipe. Fuck. Yes, sorry, I was missed. Oh, I'm getting quite a few hits here. I'm walking in the middle of a big fight. Okay, I'm taking those arms. I'm not doing much damage to the centre at all, so fuck. Everyone's concentrating their fire on me. They have a tendency to do that. Ignoring your lance mates. Going straight for you if you're in range. Oh god. Good thing I grabbed that AMS. Let's get away from this guy, because if he detonates, he goes boom quite heavily. How's this guy still up? He's got no torso. This is me wrestling with the controls mostly. Oh! The SRMs as well. What's engaging me? I'll take out some of the vehicles because. Oh. I would take out some of the vehicles if I could aim. There we go.
Target destroyed.
Oh, there's an Osiris as well. I wonder what the third mech was. Yeah, I like the LBX autocannons, and I think you'll probably tell because I am terrible at shooting and kind of need the scattershot effect to be able to hit anything. Ooh, shit. Keep trying to accidentally reverting to my old control scheme. Involved using joysticks to... Ooh. What happened to the...
Roger that, Control. Good work,
There's something else. There's a shadow cat fighting us. I don't know what happened to that one. Guess in case he actually did something useful.
That's the last of them. I was beginning to think they just keep coming. This is Control. We've almost got full power. Omega support, get all personnel to ship. Omega Lance, return to ship and prepare for lift.
Roger, Control. Preparing for ingress.
Yeah, and this is us escaping from the moon to go and land in the Arctic somewhere. Yeah, swelling happy music. Anyway, I think I'm going to call that day for this because the heat coming from my computer is melting me, and I feel like I've been in an actual battle mode. Maybe we'll come back and do the Arctic section later. It's good to be back in the cockpit. I do enjoy this series of games. Pity that well, actually, they are making a MechWarrior 5. Unfortunately, it's been done by the Piranha Games who did MechWarrior Online, which they kind of fucked up. So, not particularly optimistic about how that's going to turn out. We'll see. I have no idea what a release date for that is. They showed a teaser, but obviously, as they make MechWarrior Online, they've got all the assets of that, so they're probably just going to be reusing those. And yeah, I think it could be okay. I like the mechs in MechWarrior Online. Just the yeah, it's not a very big range of modes or maps, so if they had some missions and some campaign, I think it might actually work. But as I say, Piranha Games haven't really shown themselves to be particularly responsible with everything like that, so yeah, that's what kind of kills my optimism. Anyway,